Well, hello there. It's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I'm here today to do a video that I've honestly been kind of dreading. I've had these cards for about 6 or 7 months now, and they've been sitting over there, and I keep walking past them and thinking I should do a BlackPink video. And I never do because honestly, I just don't know a whole lot about this group. So that's it. Why did I buy the cards? That's a great question. So I got these cards when I was buying a bunch of those really, really cheap packs. So there's a company that makes strips of cards like this. I'll show you what I mean. Let's get them open here. And they're so cheap. Like I can't even like to give you an idea, this entire thing here, 36 packs cost me like $9 or maybe $8, something like that, right? It's very, very, very cheap. And what you'll get in here is these long strips. And so this is what one sort of strip of these looks like here. And they're trading card packs. So inside each of these packs will be trading cards. So it's exactly the kind of thing that I look at. And the company that made these also made Mario ones, they made Marvel ones, Barbie, they made different anime ones. There was a Dragon Ball and a Demon Slayer. So they made a bunch of different ones. But this Blackpink is the only kind of idol ones that they made. And I've always kind of wanted to do an idol project just because it's kind of this interesting facet of Asian culture that I think a lot of people understand, but maybe don't understand too at the same time. That's really what we'll be talking a little bit about today. And so why don't we, without wasting too much time here, let's get these. Well, I can't actually tear this. Let's talk a little bit about what this is, get these opened, and then we can talk a little bit about this particular band as we go. So, like I said, these are really, really cheap trading cards. So they're made to be sold in like a dollar store. Like a Dollar General or Family Dollar, one of those types of stores. And you'll see them kind of at the end of an aisle. And the reason there's long strips like this is so that they can hang the entire length of an aisle. And then the packs all have different colorful artwork so that it kind of draws you in and you think you're going to get like all these wonderful cards and stuff. They're really not very good sets. As you'll see here, they're really cheaply produced products at $8 or $9 for 36 packs. You're talking about printing cards for way less than a penny a card. So there's not a lot of money in this product. But if you're a parent looking to get your kid some cheap thing, to keep them busy for a little while, this can work. And especially if your kids are very destructive, right? And they have a tendency to break the things that you get them. Like these are perfect gift because it's so cheap. You can give them just a couple of packs at a time, and if they just rip them all, it really doesn't matter. There's not really any value in here. Okay, so let's get into this. So like I said, these are Blackpink trading cards. Blackpink was not the first, but one of the biggest, maybe the biggest K-pop group that that came out in the past decade. So K-pop is Korean pop music, and so this is a group of four Korean ladies, and they are a formed group. So it's kind of like New Kids on the Block. They were sort of the first one of those in the West, and it's basically like a production company, in this case YG Entertainment, put out a casting call and formed a band for the purpose of creating a mega group, right? So they had millions of dollars. They were going to invest in this. It's a whole project they were doing. They casted all the ladies, wrote all the music, created the tour, recorded the album, probably filled seats at the first few shows, all that kind of thing in order to sort of create this sensation. Now, there is some value to that. Like the ladies here are very good dancers. If you've watched their shows, they do excellent choreography. Now they have millions of dollars of training. So, were they born with that talent, or did they get it as part of this project? Who knows? But they have it, and they definitely are very charismatic. They do all these interviews. They're working very hard. A lot of actual work going on here, but in the same way as like the WWE wrestlers do a lot of work, right? They're still entertainers first, right? And that's what's going on here. Is these are not ladies who wanted to be singers. This isn't like Taylor Swift or something, right? They just wanted to be entertainers, and that's what they are. And so we'll go through the cards here and look at some of them, but I have to warn you, the cards are not going to be that special. First, they all will have exactly the same back, and then the fronts are going to be just these kind of, badly centered press shots, essentially. We've got some. So Rose is one of the uh, people in the band. Now, all four of the ladies have actually pretty good careers outside of the band too now. They're all fashion icons, models. They do a lot of advertising. In fact, like me, I've seen them more in sort of fashion advertising than I had as singing, really. Wow, this whole pack is just Rose. So that is a Rose pack. Oh, there's Lisa. Okay, so we got one Lisa. Okay, cool. And so this particular band was formed in like 2016 by the YG Entertainment Group. They've only ever put out two studio albums. That's it, two, ever, just two. And off of that, they've made billions of dollars. They've done huge tours. I'm not joking. Like I was watching some of the YouTube videos of the band before this, just so that I could have a little bit to talk about. And the shows are very impressive. Like I've gone to some big concerts before, but I've never gone to a concert as big as this group puts on. Like they will sell out a stadium and the whole stadium, right? Like the whole entire stadium. Like there are no sections closed. And that's very, very impressive, I would say, to be doing. And yeah, and they're quite good at dancing and singing and doing all the stuff that you would expect from a girl band, we would call them. If New Kids on the Block is a boy band, then this would be very much a girl band in that sense, right? And they're wildly popular. I can't even like it's so weird to think about it because you watch some of these YouTube videos and they have this entire stadium sold out, like 50,000 seats or more. I'm not really sure what their biggest shows were. Um, it's crazy to see, and there's so many people going to watch it. Jenny there. And like I said, they're mostly going to be like fashion icons now. In fact, I don't think they've done music in a little while, although they are signed again. So we should expect to see another album this year. That's what the YG group has been promising. A lot of advertising, right? There's Lisa. And we are missing Jisoo. Sorry, I can't pronounce Korean super well. But it's Jisoo is the lady. We haven't gotten a card from her yet. And it looks like we haven't actually gotten very many dupes either, which is it's nice. These sets, though, as you can see, are pulling from, a lot of stock footage, a lot of marketing footage, that kind of thing. They do a lot of hearts. If you, like, I was watching them dance, and it's basically just always making heart shapes with their hands. But what a crazy, job to have, right? To basically be paid to become a group like that. It's just Jisoo. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. There's another one. Seems to wear more furs. Definitely a rose heavy grouping here. And yeah, I think when I look at these cards, these cheaper ones like this, I'm always, you know, one taken aback by how much they've produced for so little. Like we're talking, way less than a penny a card here, and they're producing, full color. There's a treatment on it. It's just one treatment, but it still is a treatment. And it's printed on both sides in color. So, like, that's pretty good, I would say. She's got some candy there. There's not actually a dupe. I mean, these cards look the same and probably are using the same image, but they're framed slightly differently. So technically not a dupe. And these little numbers down here are part of a TCG type game that you can play with all of these cards. Although it's very much a very simple game. So basically just like War. It's not a fancy game or anything like that. But it does, technically exist as something you can do with the cards. Which again is just another thing. Like if you're buying your children really cheap cards, for a long trip or to give them as sort of rewards for doing chores around the house and things, this is perfect. Like these are perfect. Even if they don't particularly like this band, there's cards for tons of different bands and also for lots of different franchises. So, not just bands, but also Mario and Marvel and Spider-Man and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure there's one at least that your kids would like. Although of course I have to you probably can guess it just looking at the cards and the costs and things, but these are obviously not going to be licensed, right? This is not a licensed product at all. This is very much a bootleg product. A lot of commenters will call this kind of stuff content farm. And they're not wrong at all. The production group making this is clearly focused on quantity, right? Getting a lot of product into the market as cheaply as possible. And they're not really focused so much on the quality of the product. They don't care a whole lot what it ends up looking like. As long as they can sell it, right? And that's why the packaging on the outside is so well done, right? Most trading card sets only have one pack art or maybe two pack arts. This one has like 12 different pack arts, and they're doing that just to kind of make the external packaging look better. Is she graduating, or is that like a Harry Potter outfit? Kind of looks like Harry Potter. They would have been popular during the same time as Harry Potter. They sort of got to their peak popularity in like 2016 through 2018. And that's when, you would have seen them everywhere. Like, I remember seeing BlackPink things and not knowing what it was from, right? Like, there was, I distinctly remember this, like, BlackPink a Dragon Ball crossover that happened. At least I saw artwork from it. I never watched the show or whatever. But there was like a black pink Goku where he had pink hair and stuff. And I just thought it was like a fancy Goku. I didn't know that it was based on a Korean band. And I didn't really even know that K-pop was a music style that people listen to, right? But it is a huge style of music. I can't listen to too much of it. I actually can't like listen to full song of it. To me, it's a little bit too EDM-y, too ravey, too just poppy. I need my music to be a bit more flowy in order for me to listen to it the whole way through. This stuff is like way too high energy, I think. But if you're interested in that kind of high energy music, I mean that they're definitely making it, and you know there's certainly a place for that in the world. Clubs and raves and actual concerts and things. Obviously, people really enjoy the music, so that's not a problem. I can't believe we're still like pulling designs we haven't seen before. Obviously, these ladies have done quite a bit of modeling, always with some kind of bag or something they're trying to sell. But still, from the piles here, I think Jeannie and Rose are the two most popular. And obviously, Jisoo here is the least popular. And I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I'm very sorry. Also looks like Anne Hathaway there. Uh, but again, like if you know more about this band than I do, I always love to learn. So you can go ahead and drop me a comment and try and teach me. Although I have to admit that there's probably not a lot of room in my head for uh, BlackPink facts. But if you have any super interesting ones, I'd love to hear it. Kind of interesting too that there's not anything else. Like there's no cards for like their dogs or their do they even have pets? Do they drive cars? Like I don't even know. Is their whole personality just this music and that's it? And there's nothing else? Uh, I mean that might be the case for a manufactured band like this. That probably is what they're trying to go for. Yes, those hearts again, always making little hearts. Rose. Looking a little bit artistic there. We got two more packs left. And we actually only opened 1/3 of that because remember that package comes with 36 packs, which is a lot of packs of trading cards, especially when you're opening just, you know, the same basic thing over and over again. Still, oh, I think this pack is almost exactly the same as the first pack that we opened. Oh, I think it is. That happens with these products. They just kind of have packs with like exactly the same cards in them again and again. It's just gonna happen. Like these are not meant for collectors, right? They're very much meant for a parent to buy as sort of a throwaway present for their uh, child, right? And if I was a kid and I got a strip of these, probably the Mario ones or something, I would be over the moon. Like that would be an amazing present for me, just because I would think I'm getting so many things, right? Even though I'm basically just getting marketing art reprinted on the cheapest possible paper, uh, I wouldn't necessarily know that, right? That looks like a comfy hood. These poses they get into can be kind of weird, though. All right, and one more Lisa, and that's that. So yeah, that is Blackpink. Again, not I didn't get these necessarily because I especially love Blackpink as a band or anything like that. For me, it was more about seeing basically what the quality of card is when it's sort of idle cards like this. I assumed actually that they would make more sets with maybe more of the idol bands because I know there's a lot of them, right? But apparently this is the only one that they've made, although I think this is also the most popular one, right? I think there's a boy one that might be. almost as popular. So I do not know my K-pop bands. But anyway, okay, so there's Blackpink. If you are interested in Blackpink trading cards, I think these are the only ones you can get. So there you go. But otherwise, I don't think that these are especially like great cards or anything like that. So yeah, don't get too crazy excited about them. But yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll say goodbye here and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.